Okay, so very good afternoon, right, everyone, and let me begin by saying congratulations. Right? Timarle, you got into wonderful universities. Timarle, Jun scholarship ल्याएको छ, ranging from 55% upward of 98% is highly commendable, sir. And you are pretty much of first cohort of fall 2024 मा जान लागेको students. So although there are few students that we could not have today because of their personal reasons. So we want to take this opportunity first for thanking you for trusting ACI. And as I said, I just wanted to throw some questions to you, and just understand from you, what did you guys do right, and what could you have done better, so that the universities or the better university पनि पाउन सक्थ्यो होला, right? Better scholarship पाउन सक्थ्यो होला, right? So त्यसमा चाहिँ म अलिकति. So but before that, just for the audience, so like because this is the first time we are doing this, like our own way, my little podcast. So I just want to you to help our audience, whoever is going to watch us, a little introduction about yourself, and I want to make it very short and sweet, right? Just a name, the university that you're going to, the scholarship that you received, and what program that you're going for, right? And if you could start off with you, Kushi.
Okay, so my name is Khushi Shrestha and I'll be going for the fall session with 62% scholarship, and that is for University of North Texas, and my major is going to be biochemistry.
Hello, my name is Shrish Sigur. I'll be attending State University of New York at Oswego. I got 55% scholarship. I'll be also majoring in biochemistry.
मेरो नाम साई श्रेष्ठ हो. मैले चुज गरेको युनिभर्सिटी चाहिँ युनिभर्सिटी अफ नर्थ टेक्सस हो. आई गट ओभर 76% स्कलरसिप अनि मैले चुज गरेको मेजर चाहिँ कम्प्युटर साइन्स हो.
So I'm Nizam Chapakai and I got into Texas State University with 98% worth of scholarship and I'm going for computer science.
My name is Vibhor Gimre. I am going for computer science in the University of North Texas on a 80% scholarship.
My name is Chris Kardi and I'm attending University of Texas at Arlington. Mine is a 96% scholarship and I'm going for computer science.
I'm Sayan Patithal. I'll also be attending University of North Texas this fall. I got into computer science major. I also received a scholarship of 77%.
My name is Rumpuri. I'm going to University of North Texas for computer science. I got 62% scholarship.
Hi, my name is Shaina Priti and I'll be attending Vision Tech University. I got 50% scholarship and
what did you major in?
I majored in computer science.
Okay, perfect. So, पहिलो question दिएर जान्छु है, which is I think is important. How did you manage to crack that scholarship, right? And so I'll throw this question to Himson to begin with, right? Because you were the one who got the highest, let's in terms of percentage, 98% scholarship. So तिम्रो हिसाबले चाहिँ what all did you do right in terms of university selection? That also is important. तिम्रो GPA देखि तिम्रो SAT, तिम्रो IELTS, तिम्रो a few of the university I remember that you really worked on your personal essay as well, right? So everything mattered, and at the end, obviously the visa interview. But more predominantly, 98% crack गर्नको लागि चाहिँ what all things that you feel that you did right from university selection until your application bomb? के right गरे जस्तो लाग्छ, which you feel if your fellow students who are 2024 graduates, right, who are planning for 2025 को लागि, if they also do it, they can probably get your kind of a scholarship to a university the like of Texas State or even better university. Case of this.
Right, so first things first, you gotta know what kind of university best suits you, हैन? सबैको आफ्नै खालको एउटा प्रोफाइल हुन्छ एकाडेमिक. अब त्यही हिसाबले universities give you scholarship, right? Some give you more, some give you less, आफ्नै ठाउँमा छ त्यो. अब knowing what university gave me the best amount of scholarship was something that I did. अब त्यसको लागि चाहिँ I communicated with people online who knew stuff, हैन? They researched on their own and they recommended it to me, right? So त्यसमा चाहिँ what I did was I used to look after universities certain ranking को आफ्नो like aim गरेको हिसाबले, and I used to go and look at तिनीहरुको average GPA, students को average GPA over there and average SAT score, and I used to look if त्यो profile चाहिँ like matches with mine or not, and if it was certain level above mine, त्यतिखेर चाहिँ I used to consider them as the university which will give me scholarship. So त्यसरी चाहिँ मैले select गरेँ, अनि त्यो गर्दाखेरि the main reason why I got my scholarship 98% को is because of my SAT score which is of 1430. So in my university specifically चाहिँ हाम्रो चाहिँ there is a fixed criteria that when a student receives SAT score above upwards of 1420, they get scholarship worth $12,000, which is 98%. सो त्यही हिसाबले चाहिँ मैले एसएटीको बेसिसमा पाएँ बट देन अगेन एसएटी इज नट द ओन्ली थिङ द्याट म्याटर्स बिकज they also give this scholarship based on merit. So if you've been scoring like 3.67 भन्दा upwards from 10, 11, 12, त्यस्तो केसेसमा पनि you can definitely manage to get at the scholarship. But even if you've not, there's nothing to worry about. You can work on your SAT and definitely get the scholarship.
So as a predominantly, Himson, so what you're saying is that your GPA,
Right.
your SAT, and your the selection of university and when you apply matters a lot.
Right,
And
definitely.
I think predominantly अहिले के देखिरहेको छ भने SAT is the I would say the pinnacle of the requirement धेरै universityमा देखिरहेको छ हैन and that brings me actually I just want to throw this question to Sandesh because Sandesh got a very wonderful score, I think 1440, right? And your so I just want you to help our fellow audience and your fellow students who are planning to study SAT and are planning to apply to the US. तिमीले 1440 त ल्यायो, 1540 किन नल्याएको, 1600 किन नल्याएको, right? And I'm sure there are students, right? We have our own one of our instructor who scored 1590 and studying at Stanford for Fulbright scholarship मा पढिरहेको छ, right? So I just wanted to understand कि तिमीले के गरेको कुरा चाहिँ ठीक थियो that helped you get a good score of 1440 and what could you have done better? त्यो गरेको भए चाहिँ maybe तिमीले 1500 माथि ल्याउन सक्थ्यौ कि त्यो 1500 माथि ल्याएको you could have probably even applied to a little better university, better ranked university with a better scholarship. So preparation तिम्रो कुन राम्रो भयो र के राम्रो गर्नु सक्थ्यो होला तिमीले?
So first of all, पहिला good side के कुरा so मलाई जे फिल भएको थियो practice was the thing for me है अब मेनली चाहिँ जुन हामीले खान एकाडेमीमा स्टार्ट गर्न मिल्छ त्यो चाहिँ रेगुलर बेसिसमा मैले प्र्याक्टिस गरेर है इभन आफ्टर त्यो कोर्स कम्प्लिट गरिसकेपछि पनि यु क्यान स्टिल प्र्याक्टिस क्या त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ मैले एकदमै प्र्याक्टिस गरेको थिएँ त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ प्लस यो एसिआईमा क्लासेसहरू चाहिँ एकदम अटेन्टिभ भएर लिने अनि प्लस एकदम रेगुलर बेसिसमा क्लासेस आउने स्किप नगर्ने अनि इच पार्टलाई एकदम ध्यान दिएर हेर्ने त्यसले गर्दा पनि एकदम हेल्प भएको अनि I got 1440 but the mistake that I did I felt like I was really good at maths अनि त्यसले गर्दाखेरि म इङ्ग्लिसमा अलि हुक्ने थिएँ विक छु त्यसले गर्दाखेरि मैले इङ्ग्लिसमा अलि बढी फोकस गरेँ त्यो गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ मैले म्याथलाई अलि नेग्लेक्टै गरेँ भनौँ न बिकज आई वाज गुड एट म्याथ्स मेरो स्कोरहरू पनि पहिला राम्रो थियो स्कुल फाउन्डेसनहरू पनि राम्रै थियो त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ मैले म्याथलाई त्यति फोकस गरिनँ होइन त्यसले के भइदियो भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ एक्जाम टाइममा चाहिँ लाइक रस हुन्छ नि त एक्जाममा त अब दुईवटा मोडल हुन्छ म्याथको फर्स्ट मोडल इजिली जान्छ सेकेन्ड मोडलमा चाहिँ के भइदियो भन्दाखेरि त्यो कन्फ्युजन आउने रहेछ त कन्फिडेन्स छैन भने चाहिँ बिगिन्छ नै त्यसले गर्दाखेरि जुन मैले स्टार्टिङमा प्र्याक्टिस गर्ने बेला त्यति फोकस गरिनँ नि म्याथलाई त्यसले गर्दाखेरि नै आई कुड हेभ 1500 क्रस हुन्छ होला आई गट 700 इन इङ्ग्लिस अनि म्याथ्समा चाहिँ 740 मात्रै आयो क्या आई कुड हेभ गट 800 या 790 बट त्यो नेग्लिजेन्सले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ आई फिल लाइक चाहिँ मेरो 1500 क्रस भएन बट अन द गुड साइड अब मेरो प्र्याक्टिस गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ इङ्ग्लिसमा 640 650 मात्रै आउँथ्यो बट मैले इङ्ग्लिसलाई बढी प्रायोरिटी गरेँ नि त त्यसले गर्दाखेरि 700 चाहिँ क्रस भयो
So what you're trying to say is that you had a very good command over your mathematics foundation of Oracle, you neglected that, right? But your English, you understood that was your weakness, you really worked on it. So if you had only focused on your mathematics as just equally, they're better.
Like balance the times after weak point, the strong point have like if you feel like he's strong so भन्दा पनि neglect गर्ने हैन but तिमी weak छ नि त्यो focus पनि गर्नु पर्यो.
Right, so I think there's always a room for improvement in maintaining that. Maybe the 800 जति maths मा लिएर आएको भए the 740 700 cross गरे तिम्रो 1500 मजा आदैन. So 60 points you missed out because you did not concentrate much in your mathematics. If you had continued that confidence that you had in, and then the fact that ACI classes gave you that foundation, but the fact that you went back, you studied on your own, and the things that got recommended, Tela Timle Heryo, Khan Academy, which is a very amazing resources for SAT, Tela Timle focus gayo, that really helped you get 1440. But if you had continued that rigor, even for mathematics, 1500 could have been a reality for you. Okay, fantastic. So, Isma, I just wanted to direct this question to Shaina and to Srishti as well. Because both of you got into a good university, you got a good scholarship, you prepared for SAT, but your first attempt was not that great because you didn't have enough time to prepare for your SAT, and you got a good scholarship, and you decided because you got a good scholarship. On the other hand, Srishti because you got a good university पनि पायो, तिमीले scholarship पनि पायो, तिमीले SAT बिना नै तिमीले त्यो achieve गर्यो हैन. So I think it revolves around the fact so my first question चाहिँ म सृष्टिलाई मैले राखे हैन. So you got a from what I understand you got a 3.58 that was your GPA, and your IELTS score was around 7.5, right? And I think that gave you that benchmark to get 55% scholarship at SUNY, right? At State University of New York. So I just wanted to get a little bit of an understanding in terms of your experience. You decided on not going ahead with SAT, but at the same time, you're focused on pursuing your nursing degree. You also even cleared in the CE, Common Entrance Examination, which rarely students actually attempt to give it. But you did yourself a favor in terms of doing a thorough counseling, doing a retrospective in terms of understanding and you decided to go into biochemistry. So I just want you to just share your experience per se. You started your counseling with ACI, the kind of a process that you went. I know that you went through I would think a bit of a rigor in your personal essay as well, because personal essay is very much required at SUNY and many other universities as well, right? So I just want you to get the experience from the point you started your counseling go and when you moved to your visa processing some of the time. I just wanted to keep in the how was your experience like? Where you thought you made the right decision? Where you felt I could have done better? I just want you to share your counseling experience, let's say that how when ECI got involved in the entirety of the process.
So like सुरुमा चाहिँ म नर्सिङ गर्छु भनेर I was एकदमै स्योर थिएँ, मलाई बाहिर नर्सिङ नै गर्नु छ भनेर स्योर थिएँ. So like फर्स्टमा आउँदाखेरि मैले काउन्सिलिङ पनि म नर्सिङ गर्छु भनेर गएको थिएँ. So like द बेसिक कुरा चाहिँ के भन्नुभयो भने CE पास गर्नुपर्छ, NOC चाहिन्छ भने. So like I focused on CE त्यति बेला, अनि CE सँगसँगै IELTS पनि गरिरहेको थिएँ किनकि नर्सिङको लागि गुड IELTS स्कोर पनि चाहिन्छ. So like I was doing the both सँगसँगै. अनि पछि CE को एक्जाम भयो, IELTS पनि एक्जाम दिएँ, रिजल्ट पनि आयो, CE पनि क्लियर भयो. बट एट द्याट मोमेन्ट आई रियलाइज मलाई नर्सिङ नै गर्नु छैन भयो. अनि त्यसपछि फेरि यता आएर लाइक I counsel.
So how did you realize that nursing was? Did you have any discussion, or it was just a decide? Did you think about it, or it just happened one day that you don't want to do nursing?
Like घरमा सबजना नर्सिङ गर्दा राम्रै हुन्छ भनेर थियो सर. लाइक मैले नर्सिङ नै गर्छु. अनि पछि तर लाइक नर्स I have like people who are nurses हैन, उनीहरुको एक्सपिरियन्स हुन्छ. अनि म धेरै सोशल मिडिया नै चलाएर हुन्थ्यो, अनि त्यता नि लाइक नर्सिङको एक्सपिरियन्सहरु यताउता आइरहेको हुन्थ्यो नि त. अनि यसो सोचे, do I want my life to be like that भनेर सोचे हैन. अनि I do not want it like that. I don't want to हुन्छ नि, I'm not just a caring person or like केयर गर्न सक्ने, अनि त्यस्तो नाइट शिफ्टहरु यताउता गर्न सक्ने त्यस्तो मान्छे होइन कि. त्यो भएर लाइक एक दिन चाहिँ सडनली रियलाइज भयो कि नर्सिङ इज नट फर मी, नर्सिङ मैले नगर्दा नि हुन्छ, दुःख मात्र पाउँछु पछि भनेर आई स्विच टु बायोकेम. अन्त नि लास्ट मोमेन्टमा भएर लाइक मैले एसएटी पनि लाइक गर्न पाएन, किनकि एसएटी गरे पनि लाइक कामै हुँदैन थियो कि, बिकज स्कलरसिपहरू गइसकेको थियो. डेडलाइन पनि अब अलमोस्ट 2-3 दिन त्यसमा मात्र डेडलाइन मात्र बाँकी थियो कि. सो एट द्याट मोमेन्ट चाहिँ मैले सुनीमा अप्लाई गरेको थिएँ, अनि अरू 2-3वटा युनिभर्सिटीमा पनि अप्लाई गरेको थिएँ. बायोकेमिस्ट्री मेजर गर्छु भनेर अप्लाई गरेँ. मेरो वान अफ द लाइक बिगेस्ट रिग्रेट भनेको चाहिँ सुरुमै राम्रोसँग नसोचिकन लाइक गरेको भनेर. आई ह्याड टु थिङ्क थ्रु सुरुदेखि नै. अनि मैले लाइक न्युयोर्क युनिभर्सिटी पनि मेरो ड्रिम्स युनि भनेर राखेको थिएँ कि, ड्रिम युनि भनेर राखेको थिएँ. तर आई डिड नट सर्च अबाउट उनीहरूको डेडलाइन्स कस्तो छ, यताउता केही सर्च गरिनँ कि. त्यो चाहिँ मेरो विक पोइन्ट थियो. त्यही भन्छ.
Okay, so I think what's important is when you decide on something that you really wanted, it's not necessarily what you really wanted. I think, once you start doing a little bit of research to understand KSCO, good side, bad side, because we've seen a lot of students, fellow students, but they don't think through, do you want a life like that, right? Or maybe you want to go to the US after 1 or 2 years, buy a word, maybe you can shift to nursing because you feel that nursing becomes a better thing. Everyone sees money, nurse but the kind of a sacrifice that they have to make, and are you mentally prepared to do that? And I think, and I would assume that when you started counseling with us, and when you started doing a little bit of retrospect in terms of what other things work better for you, you started realizing it. त्यसमा म एउटा कुरा I just wanted to ask as well. I know that SUNY State University of New York and many universities, unlike a few of the universities in Texas, they require personal essay, right?
Yes.
So I just want you to share your experience of writing that essay. How much time did you actually spend on it? And how did ACI came into the picture to help you write that essay? Were you happy to the final result? Do you want to process alikati? How was your experience like, especially on the personal essay? Because a lot of students ask us, personal essay लेख्नु पर्छ र भनेर सोध्छ. And my answer to that, it depends on the university, right? But I know that university personal essay was compulsory. So I just want you to share your experience in terms of personal essay को कस्तो थियो. What is the kind of a rigor that you went? एक दिनमा तिम्रो personal essay ready भयो कि it took some time and what was the process like?
पर्सनल एसे लेख्दा चाहिँ एकदमै टाइम कन्ज्युमिङ हुने रहेछ rather than like मलाई चाहिँ एकदमै
How many essays did you write?
I don't remember.
Okay, one?
No, a lot.
A lot. Okay.
I had a lot of drafts. So draft
But
one,
you had to
draft
write
two,
for one question.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like questions चाहिँ पाँचवटा थियो like अब त्यो क्वेसनबाट I had to choose which one felt right for me. अनि त्यही भएर like म every questionमा like 2-3वटा आइडियाजहरू दिमागमा आउँथ्यो तर दिमागमा मात्र आउँछ तर लेख्न चाहिँ नसक्ने के. So like यति धेरै ड्राफ्ट हुन्थ्यो एउटै क्वेसनको 5-6वटा ड्राफ्ट हुन्थ्यो त्यसमा नि कुनै मन नपर्ने त्यस्तो गर्दा गर्दा ड्राफ्ट एकदमै टन्ने भएको थियो अनि त्यसपछि म ECIमा चाहिँ मिलन म्यामसँग काउन्सिलिङ गरेँ मिलन म्यामसँग काउन्सिलिङ गर्दा लाइक आई ह्याड टु ड्रप लाइक एभ्री आइडियाजहरू हुन्छ नि मैले लाइक आइडिया ब्रेनस्टर्महरू गरेको थिएँ अनि मैले सब आइडियाहरू भनेँ अनि उहाँहरूले अनि मिलन म्यामले चाहिँ मलाई हेल्प गर्नुभयो कि ठ्याक्क यो पर्टिकुलर सिम्स नाइस अथवा सुट्स यु बेस्ट भन्नुभयो अनि त्यही थिम अनुसार नै लाइक बिस्तारै बिस्तारै बिल्ड अप गर्दै गएको अनि लास्टमा चाहिँ लाइक मिलन म्यामसँग फेरि काउन्सिलिङ गरेर 3-4वटा 5-6वटा ड्राफ्ट जति बनाएँ भन्दा अनि बल्ल फाइनलाइज गरेको थिएँ एन्ड आई वाज लाइक आइम प्रिटी ह्याप्पी विथ द रिजल्ट इन वाला एसी चाहिँ.
So usually our students are like the personal essay they feel that they can write in a day's time, right? And I think most of you that I know, we worked on a personal essay, right? Whether it was required by a university or not, we are not sure. But for the few of the universities that you applied personal essay, so you usually spend around 2 months, 3 months time to spend whatever in that particular essay. And you must have realized how difficult it is to write that 650 words, right? And I think that's something the students has to understand. The university ma the essay चाहिन्छ भने त्यसमा चाहिँ अलिकति rigor राख्नुपर्छ. So now I just wanted to bring this question to Shaina because we talked about तिमीहरुको दुवैजनाको is a very different profile and one thing you were very scared of was मेरो SAT दिएकै छैन दिएको छु त राम्रो स्कोर आएन अब मलाई त SAT नहुने बित्तिकै रिजेक्ट गरिदिन्छ नि त यो त हैन यो त हो म त के गर्ने बिकज यो मेरो GPA त्यति स्ट्रङ छैन मेरो IELTS त्यति स्ट्रङ थिएन but and you're very scared about and you got into a good university you got a good scholarship but you're really scared because I know the kind of visa preparation you're very scared but you gave yourself at least 2 months to prepare for your visa you know? So I just want you to give a little more perspectives at your experience ma timro visa preparation ma timro कसरी start गर्यो के गर्यो कता कता तिमीलाई डर लाग्यो कता कता तिम्रो क्वेशन्सहरुमा तिमीलाई डाउट भयो कसरी तिमीले त्यसलाई पर्सनलाइज गर्यो कसरी तिमीले जेन्युइन त्यसलाई बनाउन खोज्यो अनि त्यो सबै सकिसकेपछि तिम्रो भिजा इन्टरभ्यूमा चाहिँ तिम्रो एक्सपिरियन्स कस्तो छ यो प्रिपरेसन एक्सपिरियन्स कस्तो थियो है बिकज यु स्केयर कि मेरो एसएटी राम्रो छैन भनेर यु ह्याड द्याट कि मेरो रिजेक्ट होला कि भनेको थियो एन्ड देन यु गट यो भिजा एन्ड यो एक्सपिरियन्स विथ भिजा त्यो अलिकति हामीले सेयर गर्नु इफ यु क्यान बी अ लिटल लाउडर
consultancyबाट चाहिँ यहाँ आएको and I got to know this consultancy चाहिँ मेरो कजनको थ्रुबाट and first time म आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ मैले मिलन म्यामसँग भेटेको थिएँ and then she gave me like shortlisted me university then भिजा इन्टरभ्यू चाहिँ मैले सलिसासँग लिएको थिएँ and फर्स्टमा चाहिँ मैले फर्स्ट डे भिजा इन्टरभ्यूको चाहिँ म नर्भस थिएँ अनप्रिपेयर्ड थिएँ लाइक एन्सर पनि मेरो कस्तो हावा थियो अलिकति सेन्सै थिएन एन्सरहरू and then after like every session म आफै आउँथेँ सरले नभए पनि आफै सरलाई भनेर आउँथेँ यहाँ and then after every session के नयाँ नयाँ प्रश्न सिकिन्छ नि every question सरले सोद्धाखेरि चाहिँ I reflect back होइन मैले के भनेको भनेर फर्स्टमा मेरो एन्सर वाज सो स्क्रिप्टेड अलिक सुन्दै नै अलिक स्क्रिप्टेड लाग्थ्यो and then slowly gradually एन्सर चाहिँ आफै लाइक अलिक फ्लो फ्लोमा एन्सर आउनु थाल्यो and then भिजा इन्टरभ्यूको दिन चाहिँ माई इन्टरभ्यू वाज लाइक अराउन्ड 1 o'clock थियो तर मेरो टाइम चाहिँ 4 o'clock मा थियो and then I went there अनि त्यसपछि मेरो चाहिँ काउन्टर नम्बर 10 मा थियो and then he asked me about I greeted him and he asked me which university I applied to and I said I applied to 3 different university and then he looked over my transcript and then I had got B in math you know and he asked me so you have got B in math and what was the reason and त्यो मेरोभन्दा अगाडिकोलाई नि याक सिमिलर क्वेसन कि you're studying chemical engineering and you have the lowest in chemistry and he told like something बिरामी and then or reason बनाए and then he gave in yellow slip and same question मलाई आयो and then मैले प्रिपेयर गरेर चाहिँ अलिकति बहाना नै बनाएको थिएँ लाइक एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलम एक्टिभिटिज होइन अब त्यो भनेको त मलाई पाउँछ रिजेक्टै गर्थ्यो होइन अनि I said that it was my negligence अनि त्यस्तो मिलाएर भने and then I told him that I'm practicing I'm practicing through Khan Academy and अरू PKLS क्लास लिएको छु त्यसले चाहिँ मेरो फर्स्ट इयरमा चाहिँ अलि हेल्प गर्छ भनेर and then he gave me
Okay, so I think so preparation को लागि you spent a lot of time.
Yes,
And तिम्रो जुन questions-हरु थियो, I think that's pretty much the question that we practiced, right? And we did talk about it. Whenever you asked about, SAT, don't lie about it. Say that you've given your SAT, you didn't get a good score. And GP ko pani हामीले धेरै discuss गरेर just say accept it, right? हामीले भन्थ्यो नि just accept it, right? You got a bad score, you didn't prepare well, but I'm working on it, right? So that's what I think you did. And I think the genuinity जुन तिमीले देखायो कि yes मैले पढाएको थिएन त मैले पाएँ हैन तर म त्यसमा काम गरिरहेको छु भन्ने कुराबाट चाहिँ that really helped you. So despite not having a great GPA, despite the fact that your IELTS was not, let's say, 8, right? And despite the fact that SAT wasn't even good and you didn't even show that SAT, I think once you show that genuineness, I think visa can be good. So that I just wanted to ask Sion a question, right? Revolving around IELTS, right? Because I know that you've gotten one of the best scores, right? That ACI has a lot of 8.5 and 8s, right? So I was just doing a little bit of we have had little over, I think, 22 students in the last 3 years who've received 8 and 8.5 rates, right? And you're among those 22 students out of the probably 500-600 students. I think that's an amazing score to have, right? And I just want you to help us understand what is the process and rigor that you went through to get that 8, right? And I would believe that 8 helped you in some capacity for your application pola, but more importantly for your visa, because that gives you that kind of a relief that you are English proficient or whatever, you know? And I'm sure that the question was revolving around. So I have 2 questions if you can help answer. English for 8, what is the kind of a process that you went through with ECI and what is the process that you did on your own? And the visa interview, IELTS some revolve questions or anything like help if you just help understand that.
So IELTS, so one of the most deciding factor in my application was my IELTS score. I got in 1300 in SAT. The more important than that, your IELTS was what set me apart. That's what I believe. Preparing for IELTS, I took a 45 days class here. And one thing I regret doing is I did not take my exams immediately. 2 months gap after finishing classes, which I think nobody should do. They should give their exams immediately. Can you keep the concept with fresh with the exam? When I started preparing again, I realized that I had started forgetting concepts, question type, questions, confident lose. That's when my teachers were like, Milan ma'am, one of the best teachers I could ever have. This process and process I said smoothly. The sessions I had here, the mocks, everything was the game changer. That really helped me get the 8. The preparation I did for my IELTS also helped me in the visa. You need to learn how to speak, right? That speaking is what helped me to well in my visa. Visa point of view, the second question I was asked was what did you give an EPT? English proficiency test. I gave an IELTS and I got a score of 8. And visa visa officer, he said impressive. And that was the deciding factor. The pressure shifted. This was impressed by I thought and it
So technically, the continuity that you should give in your IELTS, right? So because concepts of it's not a foundational one. Concepts, tips and tricks ACI also, right? So it's recommended that you give your exam a little faster, right? Sooner than later. And I think once you have a good IELTS score, right, and which I believe helped Srishti as well, from what I understand, right? Getting a good scholarship, as well as I would reckon that also helped you in your visa interview as well. त्यो हुने बित्तिकै, because we have had a lot of students in the past, we didn't have a great score, but with an 8 and 8.5 IELTS, when you know that you can speak well, your proficiency is strong, you can communicate very well, that really helps in your visa interview. Our experience in the last couple of years, students are there. I think that has worked well for you. Okay? So I just wanted to now ask Vivor a few questions as well. Right? About Vivor, interesting conversation right? More revolving around the fact visa more on the essay side. Right? But coincidentally, the university that you applied to, they have essay right? But I still remember the kind of rigor that we went through, right? Because visa, I think I have almost helped everyone with the visa. Okay, sorry, your essay questions. We sat probably at least just to ideate the fact that what kind of a story that you should tell, right? But I still remember before some of us right? All those things funny. So that's a kind of a rigor. And what I personally felt the final essay that we came up with was really good, right? It brought out you as a person, right? So although it was not a requirement to the university that there's much more of a SAT, more of a GPA requirement here, but still, because I remember having discussed this entire personal essay with you, and I remember that as well, right? This much what was it like? Spending time with me, with Milan ma'am, to going through that rigor. We went through that. So I just wanted to share that a bit. And second कुरा चाहिँ मलाई अलिकति highlight कहाँ गर्थ्यो भने when you selecting the universities, I remember you and Sandesh used to come up with university options, or you गरौ कि त्यो गरौ कि हैन. And the fact that you had good GPAs, right? Your foundation was good. You were expecting a good तिमीहरुको university को requirement हरु धेरै माथि जान्थ्यो, कहिलेकाहीँ धेरै तल आउँथ्यो. And I said having a dream is okay, but it has to be a realistic dream. So दुईटा कुरा, एउटा तिम्रो पर्सनल एसेको एक्सपिरियन्स जुन we went through it, share it with everyone, त्यो चाहिँ अलिकति गरिदियो. The second चाहिँ त्यो university selection को टाइममा चाहिँ what process that you went through it, what kind of a discussion with us helped you, right? And always applying to a great university may not be always the great choice. You might not get into it. Right? It's just like building a castle in the air. So the duita kura essay plus selection of university ma chai timro experience with ACI and your personal perspective actually share it.
अब फर्स्ट क्वेसनमा जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ अब फर्स्टमा चाहिँ लाग्थ्यो त्यो पर्सनली चाहिँ अब सुने त थियो अब 1-2 महिना लगाएरै गर्नुपर्छ भनेर, तर ठिक छ नि त 1-2 हप्ता यसो अलिकति डेडिकेट भएर गरौँला राम्रो बन्छ भनेर. अनि पछि फर्स्टमा पोइन्ट नोट गर्न थाल्यौँ, मिलन म्यामले हेल्प गर्नुभएको थियो. अनि पछि म्यामले मलाई अब भोलि एउटा ड्राफ्ट बनाएर आउँ त यो पोइन्टहरूलाई मिलाएर लेखेर भन्नुभयो. अनि पछि बनाएँ and turned out it was not good, हैन. अनि पछि it needed a lot of work. अनि पछि फेरि बनाएँ, त्यो पनि भएन. अनि म्यामले आफैले नि बनाइदिनु भयो, त्यो पनि भएन. अनि हजुरसँगै क्लास लिएको, अनि पछि के चाहिँ गर्न सकिन्छ त भनेर टपिकै चेन्ज गरेको. अनि पछि पर्सनल एसे भने चाहिँ अब अलिक कमन चाहिँ हुनु नभन्ने रहेछ कि अब जस्तै नर्मल्ली अब के हुन्छ, अब तिम्रो लाइफको मोटिभेसन केबाट आउँछ. अब जस्तै कसैको स्पोर्ट्स वाइज होला, कसैको एकाडेमिक वाइज होला. अब प्रायःले मोटिभेसन पाउने भनेर लेख्ने चाहिँ अब पहिला म धेरै पढ्थेँ, अनि पछि यसले चाहिँ अचानक आएर मलाई टप्यो. अनि पछि मैले झन् अब गर्नुपर्छ भनेर हुन्छ त त्यसरी. अनि त्यसले मोटिभेसन आयो, अनि पछि म आई नेभर फेल डाउन त्यस्तै हुन्छ त, त्यस्तो नभन्ने रहेछ. अन्त मेरो कुरा गर्दै चाहिँ अब के अरे अब बच्चा बेला हुँदा पिङ खेल्दा सिस्नुको झ्याका झरेको थिएँ होइन. अब
क्यारम बोर्डको
एन्ड when we finish the essay त्यो सिस्नुको झ्याका खसेको कुरालाई क्यारम बोर्ड गेमसँग जोडेर त्यो एउटा एसे फाइनलाइज गराएको थियो कि. इट वाज टफ बट इट वाज मिनिङफुल होइन. अनि पछि जस्ट एसे चाहिँ राम्रै बनाएको थियो. अनि पछि देयर वाज अ ग्रेट एन्ड अफ यु एज वेल एज मिलन म्याम. द्याट वाज माई एक्सपिरियन्स.
सो त्यो एसे अहिले पढ्दाखेरि यु फिल गुड द्याट यु एक्चुअली wrote that essay eventually, even if that was not used for your university, you feel good when you read that essay.
अब त्यत्रो 1-2 महिना लाएर लेखेको थियो होइन. अनि फाइनली समथिङ गुड केम के होइन
And does that reflect you as a personality? Reflect how does the feel about
रिफ्लेक्ट त भएको थियो
right. I mean, now let's move to the second part. University selection, what did you go through? KK process baat थियो. How did you decide on University of North Texas? I still remember you came to me, sir, अब अरू change गरौँ कि Arlington नै जाउँ कि North Texas मै बसौँ कि yes, the deciding factor obviously was the scholarship at that point in time. But I think you applied to good university, got into all the good universities. तर selection process चाहिँ कस्तो थियो process?
यसमा अब सबभन्दा फर्स्टमा हजुरसँग क्लास 10 खोज्दा चाहिँ तपाईँले एउटा कुरा भन्नुभएको थियो के अरे 3टा टियरको युनिभर्सिटी राख्नुपर्छ भनेर एउटा चाहिँ सेफ्टी कम्युनिटी कलेजेसहरू अनि एउटा चाहिँ स्ट्राटेजिक फिट जुन चाहिँ अब आफ्नो ड्रिम युनिभर्सिटीमा केही सोचे जस्तो पाइएन भने त्यतातिर आउने भनेर अनि अर्को चाहिँ टप टियरमा ड्रिम युनिभर्सिटीहरू अनि हामीले अब अलिअलि गऱ्यौँ रिसर्चहरू अनि चाहिँ कुन चाहिँ अब यसो राम्रो लाग्यो त भनेर हुन्छ त अनि अलिकति कुरा चाहिँ नेग्लिजेन्स पनि थियो होइन अनि पछि मैले चाहिँ पहिला आयोगी पनि गरेको थिएँ कि यता अब दुबई गरौँ न त भनेर के गरी भिजा लागेन भने के गर्ने भनेर अनि पछि बाह्रको रिजल्ट नआउँदै आइएल्सको स्कोर आइसकेको थियो अनि अलिकति चाँडै गरे हो होइन अनि पछि धेरै टाइम थियो कि अब अलिकति डेडिकेटै गरे भए स्प्रिङ पनि भ्याइन्थ्यो तर फलमै जान चाह्यौँ अनि पछि टाइम थियो धेरै अब अरू ठुलो अलि युएनटी पनि अब युएनटी भन्दा नि अलिकति हाई टियरकोमा पनि जाने अपर्च्युनिटी थियो तर नेग्लिजेन्सको नि कुरा आयो अब डेडलाइनहरू त्यस्तो हेरिएन अनि पछि अब ड्रिम युनिभर्सिटीमा अस्टिन राखेको थियो युनिभर्सिटी अफ टेक्सास अस्टिन अब त्यता जान सकेन डेडलाइन छुट्यो अनि पछि अर्को चाहिँ अलिकति लकको पनि कुरा हो कि अब उसले र मैले सँगसँगै अप्लाई गरेँ हो होइन उसले चाहिँ एक दिन अगाडि युनिभर्सिटी अफ टेक्सास आर्लिङ्टन अप्लाई गरेको थियो अनि मैले चाहिँ एक दिन पछि कि अनि हाम्रो हुन्छ स्ट्याट्स के अब जिपिए एसएटी पनि उस्तै थियो उसको जिपिए अलिकति बढी थियो अनि यसो हेर्दाखेरि उति नै स्कलरसिप पाउनुपर्ने हो कि 10K नै पाउनुपर्ने हो तर कोइन्सिडेन्टली उसको चाहिँ डेडलाइन भित्रै परेछ कि कसरी परेछ मेरो चाहिँ डेडलाइन बाहिर परेछ उसले 10K पायो मैले 4K पाएँ कि अनि पछि यो कुराले चाहिँ अलिकति डिफास्टेटै पारेको थियो मलाई एकछिन त मनै लागेन कि अनि पछि उसले यसो विचार गरेँ युएनडीको अफर नि राम्रो छ अब त्यही गरे अब त्यही कुरा हो कि अब हाई टियरमा अब केही चित्त बुझेन केही भएन भने स्ट्राटेजिक फिट त छ नि त भनेर अब त्यही कुराले चाहिँ अलिकति ठुलो रोल प्ले गरौँ भन्नु
So I think so what you're saying is one day costs you $6,000 a year, which is $24,000 in 4 years, which is approximately 35 lakh rupees, right? So when you look back, अहिले तिमीहरूले हेर्दाखेरि हामी जहिले पनि जुन कुरा गर्थ्यौँ तिमीहरूलाई मैले जब I met you, most of you before you graduated, and one thing that I used to tell you, GPA, ECA, so that you can have a story. More graduate भएपछि मैले के भने SAT, IELTS, and wherever you need to apply, personal essay. In the due course, one thing that I did mention is deadlines as well, right? तर अब कुनैमा हामीले deadline match गर्यो होला कुनै match गरेन because we have to deal with 4,500 units. सबैको deadlines हामीलाई थाहा हुँदैन, right? So if you had managed that one day, maybe or maybe not, we don't know, right? तिमीले 35 lakh rupees additional bucks there. I think that is something that once you realize it becomes better. So university selection go, it's also important, and life is not end of it. I think University of North Texas is a wonderful university as well, right? And ranked 130th in computer science to Isabelle. And I'm sure probably 10 years down the line, I'll not be surprised you're pretty much in the same company, earning pretty much the same kind of a salary or doing a similar kind of a work. And when you look back, that $6,000 does not matter at that level, right? Because you have that kind of a rigor and you're positioned very well. You have that clarity because when I was working with you in your personal essay, when I was working with you in selection, you have that clarity कि मलाई यही सेक्टरमा जानु छ, be it in data analytics मा जानु हो, data science मा जानु हो, हामीले ML को कुरा गर्यो, हामीले artificial हामीले cyber security को कुरा गर्थ्यौँ, हामीले cloud computing को कुरा गर्थ्यौँ. So a lot of discussion that we had as well, that matters, right? अब यही university selection को आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ म I just wanted to conclude with Sahil, Sahil always tells me कि मैले त खास university select गरेको होइन साथीहरूले मलाई सेलेक्ट गरिदिएको होइन. So I just wanted to you to tell me कि तिम्रो साथीहरूले सेलेक्ट गरिदियो हो कि के हो. So युनिभर्सिटी सेलेक्सनको प्रोसेसमा चाहिँ what role you had, what role your friend had in terms of selection of those universities. That's number two. मलाई अलिकति visa interview preparation because we spend lot of time, right? Because I spend a lot of time with these guys, but probably तिमीसँग 4-5 चोटि मैले बसेँ होला. And I've seen that you spoke very well in front of others. The moment you came to me, you could not speak, right? And we did talk about the fact that you have stammering issue, right? But despite that, and I gave you some exercises that you could do that help you there. On your visa day, you went, you spoke smoothly, you came back and said that you're the visa lab, right? So I just want you to help our viewers understand. In the university select, and we want to dwell on that a little bit. And the visa preparation experience, forget me because you spend a lot of time, less time with me, but more with your friends, right? So I just wanted to understand visa selection, visa preparation or university selection, where did your friends come into the picture? Where did ACI come into the picture?
युनिभर्सिटीको टर्ममा चाहिँ मैले त्यही हो, मैले साथीहरूले जुन चुज गरेँ त्यही चुज गरेँ मैले नि. आफ्नो पर्सनल रिजनहरू पनि थियो, किनभने बेङ्गल चाहिँ मलाई ओआई जान मन थियो, तर त्यो मिल्यो त्यो अर्को कुरा हो. मलाई बेङ्गल साथीहरूसँगै जान मन थियो युनिभर्सिटी चाहिँ, त्यही हो मेरो मेन कारण. अर्को भिजाको कुरा गर्नु पर्ने चाहिँ मैले हरसँग 3-4वटा मात्रै म गरेँ होला त्यसमा चाहिँ, अरू सब प्रिपरेसन मैले साथीहरूसँग गरेँ.
That's pretty much it. So I think, look, we know that Sahil is a guy who speaks very less, but I think there is a very depth to what he's speaking, and which I wanted to just bring, and which I think everyone will understand. When he says, he's absolutely wrong, right? Only they research Sahil research right? Rohanle gare hola, Kushile to gareko थियो. They spend a lot of time with me, right? So life that connection is very important basically. When Kushi spends a lot of time with me to understand which university to get into, and I help her understand that. I do the same thing with Rohan. They do the same thing with Sayan. 3 of them sit together with you. Your profile is similar, gives you that kind of a gyan, gives you that kind of a shortlisting of the university, meaning that it has come out of some kind of discussion. So ACM, which you will agree, right? Here we have someone who studied, you studied Sainako plus 2 Uniglobe Matri. We have students from LA, Campaign Academy, LA, then we have Prasadi, we have LA, right? So the ACI is a close guidance counselor at Campaign with CG Education and this thing. But today we are very proud to say not only you, but be it others like Asim Horse, right? Whoever's gotten their visa, they are not from the university colleges that you. So they have also helped, right? I've seen Sandesh coming and helping one of his friends in visa interview. A couple of days back, Kushi was helping, right? Jaba Himson ko visa lagyo, he came back and he was sharing his experience and then making everyone practice, right? So I think study abroad is not it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, right? And in a marathon, you need water, you need to take rest, right? And the water breaks that you get, right? The rest that you need to take, right? The breath that you need to take are your colleagues, your friends. And the ACI, I'm saying, last year we had probably 20-30 students. This year we'll have 150 students, right? Helping each other, right? I think that really helps us so much, right? That's number 1. Number 2, when you come down to visa, you're absolutely wrong when you say that you didn't prepare much. Okay? That's a different issue that you only did 5 mocks with me, right? Saina probably did 100 mocks with me. I don't remember how many times we had preparation. Every time I used to have word with Sion and Rohan, उनीहरूले के भन्थ्यो सर आज म प्रिपेयर्ड छुइनँ भोलि गरौँ त्यो भोलि गरौँमा what were they doing with you, with Kushi, with everyone? They are preparing, right? So I think that essence of helping each other in study abroad is very, very essential. And I think you're a live example, despite the fact that you're slightly introvert, you don't go out and talk, right? But the fact that you have got such close buddies really helped you choose the right university, apply to the good universities, and also help you with your visa preparation, right? Okay, so I'll move to Kushi, that's pretty much, and then probably one word from each, and then probably we'll wrap this first ever podcast that we are trying to do in our closed door, just to, I think, and here what we're trying to do is more than a podcast. What we're really trying to do is I want you to speak your heart out, okay? Right? And I think more than I am speaking my heart out, right? Because that's more, and I'm sure that you're also, and this is not rehearsed. Everyone knows it, right? This is something that I'm throwing you a question and you're answering it, right? Of Kushima, we're doing our questions, right? Because I had the privilege of not only guiding Kushi, but I also had the privilege of working with Kushi as an intern, right? She worked as an intern. Rohan, Sayan, everyone worked as an intern with us. Even Sahil, for a very limited time, worked as an intern. And you guys really helped us, right? In fact, you really helped us. And I'm assuming that the experience that you've had with us, right? Because the internship was not only limited to us, right? Limited to not only to ACI, but you got opportunity to work in a health tech company, which is going to get launched in Texas very soon. You had the opportunity to work for USAID as well, right? A couple of times and get connected with people in the development sector and even interact with people who graduated from universities like Yale, from Duke, etc. Right? So I had the privilege of working with you, with Kushi. So Malai, did you know a question? Share about you. So first of all, obviously the biggest regret that we have, right? And which we have talked about it many times is, and I think everyone, whoever does not know, should understand. This year, our biggest regret is not being able to get Kushi 85% scholarship. That's our biggest regret, right? And Kushi being an intern and seeing it, I think you've seen the kind of an effort that we made to reach out to the universities. Probably there's probably 5-6 times Moile Likhe Hola. Probably 5-6 times and 10 times Milan Lepani, US Council Likhe Hola. We also got into a call requesting them, right? And the answer that we got was she deserves 85%, but we cannot give you at this point, right? So Malai, your story exactly key through and what is the learning about, which obviously you're in a very not a very fortunate situation because it's too late for you, right? But there are a lot of students who you spoke this today as well in the last couple of days. Timro 85% scholarship on here, but you had to live with 62%. So differential is around, it's a good 2,000, not even $2,000, like 20%, right? That's $4,000. $4,000 into 4, $16,000. मोटामोटी 25 लाख रुपए तिमीले गुमायो, right? My question is, why, how?
Okay, so luckily I did good in my local exams. Running my eyes were also very good. So I actually tried really hard for my SAT as well. But when I first gave my SAT, which was in November, I did not put in as much effort as I should have. I mean, that is my biggest regret, honestly. I should have really paid a lot of attention, but I was a bit sick as well. There was so much going on. And I performed a bit poorly bottom. I only got a score of 1230. So I think I actually thought that I deserved better and I can score better. That's why I gave my SAT again on March. But the biggest mistake again was that when it did check and I completely forgot the fact that January to February my SAT ko dates so that limited my option to give my SAT directly in March. December ko date but I also knew that March there is a high chance I will not end up getting the scholarship. Deadline for UNT to get a scholarship was March 1st and my SAT was on like March 9th. But still, I attempted with my SAT again and I did have a little bit of hope. Maybe with a good score of like in SAT and good IELTS and GPA, I deserved this score. And honestly, I was very, very heartbroken when I found out that I did not get the scholarship. But I like to view it as like a learning experience. I learned that deadlines matter a lot and sometimes it's not just that hard work that counts, but you have to manage your time properly. You have to look at every situation possible. So if you hard work, you'll not get the best result and that's just what life is. But yeah, of course, for the first few days, I cried like 2-3 hours straight. It was really painful, especially because going to US means a lot of money and it's like really expensive. But at the end of the day, it was an experience, and I think that with a score of 1420 that I got in my SAT, I can still apply for scholarships also. So I'm trying to stay really optimistic, and I really hope that our 2024 batch students or anyone else who's watching this podcast will take me as a live example and will actually work on their SAT, IELTS, and all of it. Take a time and also like I guess Soviet example, all of us regretted about deadlines the most. So really look into the deadlines, which is my biggest regret as well. So that is something that everyone has to look at.
So I think clearly the fact that it was very important, never make it urgent. Right? Important कुरा पहिले गरेर राख्यो भने it will really help you. त्यही कुरा डिसेम्बरमा गरिसकेको भए today we'll be sitting with probably additional $16,000 worth of scholarship, which is a lot of money as well. I think deadline is very critical. Last question, and then pretty much we'll wrap up today's first ever podcast. And thank you everyone for taking our time. Is 12:30, 14:30, 14:20, right? So 190 points to increase. So let's say 200 points to increase in that 1 month of preparation period. Because I know that you used to come here almost every day, do a lot of work as an intern, and you didn't even take a full break to study for your essay. So I would assume that you actually spent additional 1 month only, and 1 month got you additional 200 points. What did you do different? And I think that would be very important, because if you had done that earlier, maybe the pahile score out. So what was so different about what preparation got you 12:30, and what additional preparation got you 14:20?
Okay, so I think the main reason over here is everyone has a different studying technique, right? In case, if I don't make notes, I don't remember it at all. I have to write it down. And that was the biggest thing I did not do in the first SAT. I had no notes written down. So PDF or so I was really heavily into that, and I did not do any of my preparation by myself. The second thing would be Khan Academy. I did not use Khan Academy at all for my first SAT. But for my second SAT, I used to practice in Khan Academy at least 30 minutes to 1 hour every day, even after going home. So like at least and I guess I knew my weak points as well. I also knew my strong points, and I also knew when I could improve on this and how I could possibly improve on this parameter. And apart from that, I feel like different section some different problems. I had a bit of problem in maths, not a lot, just practice for the English, I thought I was a good student in English, but SAT really tripped me off, to be honest. It was pretty confusing. So my English I say attention there for my second SAT, and I keep notes of some different grammar rules or different questions like how tackle karne. And by the end, I scored pretty well in my blue book. Of course, in my SAT, I did not do as well as I expected. But overall, I think, although I did not I did not get what I wanted with my SAT results, it has boosted my confidence a lot in both English and mathematics. So overall, I guess know what method works for you. Everyone has different methods. For me, note taking worked the best, and I did that. And practice for SAT pretty much every day. Formula methods confusion and of course, once you're well prepared, don't take a break at all. Give your SAT as quickly as possible. So that will help.
And I think everyone here, and including whoever's watching us, should know that we are coming up with free SAT videos, right? Preparation for students who could not, unfortunately, take our SAT classes. Some of the unfortunate ones who are in probably, they don't have access to good resources. And Khushi has volunteered and will be uploading this very, very soon. Probably within 15 days to 20 days, also before she leaves for the US, right? She is building a master class. What is the master class?
Approximately 15 days.
15 days for master class, which will upload in YouTube. Then you can watch it for free, right? Where she will teach you the techniques. She will teach you, and this is, necessarily, despite the fact that we have the best of the best instructor at this thing, we wanted, because that 200 increment that he had was fantastic, right? So Khushi as an intern took that initiative of coming out those videos. So we will have that videos up and running. I request everyone to please have that shared, because might just be, at least for the students who are unfortunate enough to not take classes, maybe they could not afford classes. For them, we are uploading that, and we'll be uploading a free IELTS classes as well in YouTube very soon. So thank you, Khushi, for taking our time. Last module also very baki. So once that is done, we'll ensure that will happen. So I think that's pretty much what we want now. I just go one, and I just want you to speak two things for us, right? One recommendation for the students who are trying for 2025. Just one recommendation that you feel from your heart that they should work on it. There could be a little bit of repetition, but I would request not to repeat it, because I want something different to come out. That's number one. Number two, this is ACI's first podcast, so we just want to ensure ACI is also sufficiently highlighted. So the second thing is, what about ACI that you like the most? The services that you receive, you will ACI ko yo help. And I'm sure that ACI को एउटा कुराले चाहिँ मलाई हेल्प गराछ भन्ने मेरो assumption हो, right? So one recommendation for 2025 applying students or collide, that's number one. And number two, what is one thing that really helped you from ACI services, right? Now I'll begin with I'll begin with Kushi, and I'll probably go, and then probably Shaina could wrap it up for everyone. So Kushi, one thing that you have recommendation for them, and one thing that you feel ACI has really helped you with.
So for a recommendation, I'll go a bit emotional side. I think everyone needs to be passionate, especially if you're trying for US. It's not just that the teachers can get things done for you. You have to work for it yourself. For example, सबैले पर्सनल एसेमा कति काम लगाउनु पर्यो. SATमा we all were doing so much work on it. We worked on IELTS, and not only that, but the entire process we have to submit certain documents. These are interview was एकदमै नै grilling experience. So it's like it takes a lot of energy out of you to apply for the US. So be very passionate about it. That would be my biggest recommendation. And when it comes to like the best thing that ACI did for me was, I guess they were very personalized. Serving Sir Milan, not only them but the other staff as well. They're really friendly. They're very loving and caring, and they almost treat you like a family itself. So, keep problem boy, they'll always reply to you. They'll always make sure you're getting the best of the best scholarships, best universities, and everything. And so, especially with Serving Sir and Milan, they guided me since like point zero, because I had no idea what happens US process. And of course, all the consultancy does that. But in our case, we had so much freedom to choose our universities, to choose our degrees, and they were just guiding us through it in a very positive attitude. So I guess that was the biggest service that ACI provided me, and I'm really thankful for that.
Thank you. So, yes.
So my recommendation would be like research well. Like university or matter research नगरेर like आफूले के करियरमा जानु छ त्यो करियर चाहिँ राम्रोसँग रिसर्च गर्यो हुन्छ कि whether you want to do it or not. Like मान्छेहरु भन्छ time will tell everything, but I would say research well. तिम्रो लाइफ कस्तो बनाउनु छ, like कुन युनिभर्सिटी जान्छ त्यो सब राम्रोसँग रिसर्च गर्नुपर्छ, किनकि रिसर्च एट द एन्ड एकदमै म्याटर गर्छ. मलाई चाहिँ अहिले बिस्तारै भए पनि रियलाइज गरेँ like कति इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ रिसर्चको. And one thing that I liked about ACI is like यहाँको सर्भिस इज एकदमै नाइस. मैले राति मिलन म्यामलाई हुन्छ नि मलाई कि एसीमा प्रब्लम भयो भने मैले राति 8 बजे 9 बजीतिर नि टेक्स्ट गर्थेँ कि, एन्ड आई युज टु गेट इन्स्टेन्ट रिप्लाई फ्रम हर, विच वाज लाइक रियली हेल्पफुल. हुन्छ नि म एक्लै हुन्छ नि राति ला यो के भयो के गर्ने होला मेरो एसी त बन्दै बनेन भनेर एक्लै पन्डर गर्नुभन्दा लाइक आई ह्याड गाइडेन्स फ्रम मिलन म्याम विच वाज एकदमै हेल्पफुल. सो या द्याट्स इट.
मेरो अब रिकमेन्डेसन चाहिँ के भन्दाखेरि डु यो रिसर्च योरसेल्फ हो. अरू भन्नु चाहिँ राम्रो त्यो चाहिँ आफ्नो रिसर्च आफै गर्नु पऱ्यो, किनभने लाइक फर्स्ट ह्यान्ड एक्सपिरियन्स भनेकै अरूको सुन्नुभन्दा नि आफै एक्सपिरियन्स गरेर गर्नु धेरै फरक छ, त्यो एउटा हो. अनि थ्याङ्क्स टु एसिआई, किनभने एसिआईले गर्दै लाइक मैले खासै के गरेन, त्यही नै भयो छ मेरो भयो भन्दैमा अरूको हुन्छ भन्ने छैन. त्यसैले लाइक जस्ट टु बी अन सेफ साइड आफै गरेर.
So recommendation once again, research. It's very important. Thankfully, I knew about it. There are most like कतिजना स्टुडेन्टहरु भेट्छु, so they don't do it, हैन. Just focus on research एकदमै, because it's not just about university and stuff. Interview देखि लिएर हरेक कुराको रिसर्च गरेर once you have a proper idea about your case, हैन, त्यतिखेर there's so less chance कि you get your visa rejected क्या. त्यो चाहिँ एकदमै रिसर्चमा before it's too late, just find out about everything you can, हैन, त्यो चाहिँ गर्नु. And one thing that I like about ACI is they don't spoon feed you, right? So most of the consultancies what we see is पुरै अब इमेल सिमेलले स्टुडेन्टलाई थाहा नै हुँदैन, हैन. They getting their I-20s and all, तिनीहरूलाई थाहा पनि हुँदैन कुन इमेलमा के आइरहेको छ, सबै कन्सल्टेन्सीको हातमा छोडिदिन्छ. Don't do that. That's going to affect you. अहिले भिजा लाग्ला तर उता गएपछि when you have no idea when to apply for more scholarship, something like that, right? त्यतिखेर के आइडिया हुँदैन, त्यो चाहिँ गर्दै नगर्ने, हैन. त्यो but staffs at ACI don't do that. They don't spoon feed you. सँगै बस्नुहुन्छ, गाइड गरिदिनुहुन्छ how to do it. They tell you the entire process. You'll be known about पछि के गर्ने भन्ने कुरा. त्यो हुन्छ नि ब्ल्याङ्क हुँदैन क्या पछि गएर. when you have to actually go into the field and when you don't have proper guidance दिने मान्छे, you know yourself over त्यतिखेर चाहिँ. So त्यो चाहिँ I loved about ACI.
मेरो रिकमेन्डेसन चाहिँ अब मैले कतिपय स्टुडेन्ट देखाएको छु एसएटी नगरे पनि युएस अप्लाई गर्ने भन्छन् हैन, तर एसएटी इज अ मस्ट जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई चाहिँ. अनिपछि त्यो देखेको पनि छु एसएटी नदिएकोहरूको भिजा रिजेक्ट भएको, अनि एसएटी नराम्रो भएको, अनिपछि एसएटी दिएको होइन भन्नेहरू पनि यस्तो रिजेक्ट भएको देखेको छु. अब अलिअलि चान्स छ त्यो लाग्ने, तर एसएटी चाहिँ दिनुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई. त्यो चाहिँ मेरो रिकमेन्डेसन भयो. अनिपछि एसिआईले मेरो लागि गरेछ भन्दा ठुलो कुरा अब मेरो बाबा चाहिँ अति नै चासो राख्ने मान्छे अलिक धेरै कुरा सोधिराख्नुहुन्थ्यो कि आज के गरिस् ल एसिआईमा आइरहेको थिएँ अब के गरिस् कसो गरिस् अनि के कुरा भइरहेछ भन्नु मैले सब के अरे बाबाले सब थाहा थियो मेरो अनि पछि अब बेलुकातिर आउनुहुन्थ्यो बेलुका 12 बजीतिर नि केही सोध्नुहुन्थ्यो होइन अनि म पनि त्यही इन्स्ट्यान्टली टेक्स्ट गर्थेँ कल गर्थेँ होइन अनि यहाँ स्टाफले उठाउनुहुन्थ्यो कि अब मैले हजुरलाई पनि 12 बजीतिर टेक्स्ट गरेको छु होला होइन तपाईँले नि त्यति बेलै रिप्लाई गर्नुभएको छ हुन्छ त्यो एभाइलेबिलिटी क्या त्यो चाहिँ मलाई धेरै राम्रो लाग्यो अनि मैले स्टाफ अब सबैले दिदीलाई पनि धेरै कलै गरेको छु बेलुकातिर उठाउनुहुन्छ अब हुन्छ त अब अफिस बाहेक पनि त्यस्तो अभाइलेबिलिटी छ क्या त्यो चाहिँ राम्रो लाग्यो मलाई
These guys are so most of the things given. So the thing I would recommend is SAT मा एकदमै properly focus गर्नु. Frankly भन्दाखेरि म मेरो भिजा SAT कै बेसिसमा पाएको इन्टरभ्यूले मलाई खास त्यस्तो केही पनि सोधेन. He looked at my SAT report and it was 1440 and he didn't ask me any of the questions. त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ म चाहिँ के भन्छु भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ SAT मा चाहिँ एकदमै फोकस गर्नु अनि मैले गरेको एक्सन एक्जिजेन्सिस नगर्नु होला इभन इफ यु आर कन्फिडेन्ट डु प्र्याक्टिस अनि त्यही हो अब एसिआई कन्सल्टेन्सी इज रियली ग्रेट होइन यिनीहरूले त रिजन्सहरू भनिसक्नुभयो अब त्यही हो पर्सनल गाइडेन्स एकदमै राम्रो छ एन्ड द फ्याक्ट द्याट दे डोन्ट गेट फ्रस्ट्रेटेड एट अल क्या तिनचोटि सोध्दा 10 चोटि सोध्दा 100 चोटि सोध्दा दे आर गोइङ टु रेस्पोन्ड टु भेरी वेल क्या अब त्यो फ्याक्ट चाहिँ मलाई एकदमै मनपर्छ
What I'd like to say and what I truly believe is being eligible is not enough. You have to chase greatness. You have to chase excellence. And 6.5 level you are eligible to apply, right? 1100 level you are eligible to apply. But you have to work hard to gain something great. And ACI has really helped me. It taught me to chase excellence, and that is what I'm really grateful for.
Thank you.
रेकमेन्डेसन चाहिँ सबै टेस्टहरूलाई सिरियसली लिनु पऱ्यो आइएल्स भयो स्याट भयो त्यसले गर्दा पछि स्कलरसिप पाउने हुनसक्छ अब मेरो पनि एसएटी चाहिँ खासै राम्रो भएन त्यो चाहिँ मेरो रिग्रेटै भयो त्यो एसएटी अनि भिजा प्रिपेरेसन चाहिँ राम्रोसँग गर्नु पऱ्यो पछि गाह्रो नहुनुको है अनि सबै टेस्टहरू राम्रोसँग दिनु पऱ्यो राम्रो स्कोर आयो भने राम्रो स्कलरसिप पनि आउँछ त्यो सबैजनाले ध्यान दिनुपर्ने हो नयाँ स्टुडेन्टहरूले अनि एसिआईबाट चाहिँ मैले धेरै कुरा सिकेँ मैले इन्टर्नसिप पनि यहीँ गरेँ मैले यहाँ आफ्नै फिल्डमा ग्राफिक डिजाइनिङहरूमा पनि धेरै हेल्प भयो मलाई फोटोसपहरू सबै चलाउन आयो धेरै कुराहरू सिक्न आयो यहाँको सबै स्टाफ मेम्बर्सहरू पनि एकदमै राम्रो सबैजना फ्रेन्डली सबैलाई हामी दिदी भनेर बोलाउँछौँ सर म्याम सबैजना फ्रेन्डली सरले पनि धेरै गाइडेन्स दिनुभयो म्यामले पनि धेरै कुरा सिकाउनु भयो दिदीहरू पनि जतिखेर भन्यो त्यतिखेर नै एभाइलेबल हुने हामीलाई जे कुरा पनि हेल्प गर्ने यो चाहिँ धेरै राम्रो लाग्यो मलाई एसिआईको अनि अरू कन्सल्टेन्सीहरू जस्तो पनि छैन अरूहरूले कुरा गर्दाखेरि त्यहाँ पनि पैसा लिने होला उनीहरूले भनेको कलेजमा पठाउने तर त्यस्तो छैन यहाँ हामीले जुन मलाई त्यहीँ अप्लाई गर्न पायो सबै कुरा राम्रो छ यहाँ अनि म चाहिँ सबैले यो रेकमेन्ड चाहिँ गर्छु एसिआईलाई
सो मैले रेकमेन्ड गर्ने भनेको चाहिँ अहिले 12को स्टुडेन्ट जब जो छ होइन अहिले नै पढाइलाई नेग्लेक्ट नगर मलाई जस्तै हुन्छ अनि एसएटी आइएलटिएस सबै राम्रो थियो फेरि मैले त लास्ट नेग्लेक्ट गरेको थिएँ लास्ट मोमेन्टसम्म नि पढेको थिएन अनि एसएटीको लागि डु टेक क्लासेस होइन मैले आफै ऱ्यान्डमली दिएको थिएँ एसएटी चाहिँ आफै पढेर तर मैले त्यो बेला खानाकेरीमा गएर थाहा थिएन केही थाहा थिएन जस्तो मैले पुरानो मेरो दाइ दिदीहरूको बुक्सहरू थियो एसएटीको त्यहीबाट प्र्याक्टिस गरेको थिएँ एन्ड मलाई डिजिटल एसएटी भयो पनि थाहा थिएन लाइक मलाई त्यो बुक गर्ने बेलामा थाहा थियो अनि डु रिसर्च होइन राम्रो टेस्ट राम्रो दिनुपर्छ अनि एसिआई थिङ्क पर्सनल गाइडेन्स चाहिँ प्रोभाइडेड मी स्पेसली द करियर पाथ अनि चुजिङ राइट युनिभर्सिटी आई थिङ्क आम भेरी भेरी मच ग्रेटफुल टु अल्स एसिआई
Thank you very much. And I think while you have thanked ACI, and I wanted to personally thank you for trusting ACI. You guys are all leaving within 15 days, 20 days, within a month, but US right? And I think your success story is our success story. We wanted to ensure that you get the scholarship to the maintain try and get more teaching assistant, research assistants for positions or ACI is available even after you reach there. Any recommendation that you require, any suggestions that you require, right? I want you to stay in touch with us, right? Do very well. If you get stuck, if there's anything that we can help you out from here in terms of helping you choose your major, probably connecting with companies for some industry exposure, etc., etc. Wherever we feel we can help you, we'll certainly help you. and I would like you to also stay connected. And हाम्रो जति पनि 2025 को स्टुडेन्ट्सहरू छ, right? We've got little over 150 स्टुडेन्ट्सहरू जसले चाहिँ अहिले यो फर्स्ट मन्थमा हामीले ट्रस्ट गरेर आउनु भएको छ. We want to ensure that they also get the best. And of these 150 students and many more to come in the days to come, whoever chooses to go to Australia, right, or any other country, and more importantly, US को perspective मा चाहिँ जसले US लाई choose गर्छ, त्यो भयो भने चाहिँ if that happens to be your state or your university, I would expect you to kindly give them your little bit of a guidance, because we are counselors, we can guide them as much as we want, right? But when they speak to the seniors, it's a different ballgame, right? So on that quick note, not on a quick note, on a very long note, thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon in Nepal after probably 4 years, Ola, and hopefully I'll see you in the US probably in December if you guys come to Seattle, right? If I'm there, right? Or I'll see you after a couple of years whenever I make my next visit. And wishing you all the best. Stay connected and make ACI, your mother, your father, your whole family, Nepal, everyone proud, and come back to Nepal and serve Nepal. Right? Thank you very much.